Lads, welcome to Combo Tutorial. Today, we've got 4 combos we're going to show you for the Scrap Orcust deck. We're going to start with just a Gearsu, then we're going to go to just a Scrap Recycler. We're going to have finally a Scrap Raptor. And then the very last one is going to be a Gearsu plus either one of these two. The only other thing we're going to have is we are going to have a single card, a single random card that we can put on the field. We have a lot of spells and traps. For this combo tutorial, what we're going to do is we are just going to assume it's a fossil dig, it's an inconsequential card. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Gearsu the Orcust Knight. When it's normal summon, you get to dump. So what we're going to dump here is we are going to dump Nightmare. We are also going to use its effect to summon a token to both player sides of the field. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to link away your token so you can make a Link Karibo. You're going to link 2, Gearsu and Link Karibo, and you're going to make Galatea. You are going to use Nightmare's effect to banish itself, dumping a World Wand, boosting this by 800. You're going to banish the World Wand to summon the Nightmare, which will allow you to use Galatea's effect to shuffle this back in the deck. And in this situation, what you want to do, because you have no other extension and you have no other way to push through, this is just assuming you only have Gearsu, you'll want to set Crescendo here so you have an interruption. That's typically the best board. If you have other stuff, you can make the argument for an Orchestrated Babel, or in certain situations, you can also make the argument for an Orchestrated Return. Any one of these is perfectly fine. Typically what I go for, if I only had Gearsu and a bunch of like hand traps and stuff, I'd set Crescendo, so I'm able to do more. It just depends on what you have in hand. So that does it for the first combo, and it's kind of the easiest and lightest of the combos. We're about to hit the Cray Cray field. So let's dive into it with Scrap Recycler and a random card. So we're gonna start with Scrap Recycler. We're going to dump Christian Rosenix. Rosenix will banish itself to summon a token to your field. You're going to set this card face down. Then you link off and you make your Wyvern. You'll use Wyvern's effect, you'll bring back the Scrap Recycler to pop the Scrap Recycler, which will then freely let you summon a Scrap Golem. And then you have to pop another card on the field. If you're going second, you're able to pop your opponent's cards. In this situation, you're going to get rid of your own card. That's your inconsequential card that doesn't matter. So the next thing you're going to be able to do then is use Golem's effect to bring back your Recycler. Your Recycler in this instance is now going to dump. You dump World Wand. You link these two away, and you make Lib, the World Keyblade Master. Lib will let you freely set your World Legacy Succession, which you will immediately use to bring back Scrap Golem. And Scrap Golem will bring back your Scrap Recycler to let you dump your Orcust Nightmare. There's a few options you can do in this situation where you're at here. One of the ones I recommend doing is freeing up the extra monster zone as soon as possible. So you'll link these two away, and you can make an IP Masquerena right here. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to target the Lib with the Nightmare, and you're going to banish Nightmare, dumping your Symbol Skeleton. Going to banish your World Wand to summon back your Nightmare. Then you're going to link these two away, and this is where you get your Galatea. Galatea being summoned here does not matter. It truly doesn't. You can also save the IP, and just so you still have, so you can go back to doing exactly what you were doing, and you just have the Golem and the Recycler. So instead of going into that, the other option you have is to go here, and then you link this with the Golem to make the Galatea, so you can keep the IP play for later. You use the Galatea effect, shuffle the World Wand back in, activate Babel, and then you're able to make Ding Gearsu, have a Ding Gearsu engrave. You go Ding Gearsu, can't attach anything, but instead of doing that, the other option you have, there's a lot of options, is you can use Symbol Skeleton to bring Nightmare back, then make the Ding Gearsu, moving the Ding Gearsu over here, attaching the Symbol Skeleton for extra protection for your board, and then you link these two away into your IP Masquerena. Boom. So what you've got is a board of protection. You've got a Scrap Wyvern to be able to pull off plays during your next turn. It's actually pretty powerful. And there's still more you can do. If you really wanted to, you could go into Long Gearsu here and put your opponent in a weird spot. So we'll assume we're doing that. So what we'll do is we'll put Longirsu here, getting rid of Dingirsu and Scrap Wyvern, giving us access to our full Orcust plays during our opponent's turn with an IP that will use Lib to shuffle 2 cards back into the deck during your opponent's turn. You'll be able to summon a Dingirsu back from the graveyard to yeet another card out of existence, and it's just a really powerful end board. There's so many options with this lineup that it's actually insane. And that's going to do it for combo number 2. Combo number 3 is a little convoluted, but I will tell you it is literally the same thing, except you'll summon Scrap Raptor first and search out your Scrap Recycler. That's it. Everything else about the plays are the same as what it is right now. So you could end on this board, you could end on an IP Masquerena with a Dingirsu on the board over here. Like, there's so many options, but you can do all of those plays off of a Scrap Raptor as well. It just increases your consistency. What we're gonna do next is we are gonna show off the final line of play, which is we're gonna have Girsu and Scrap Recycler in hand, and no other cards. So what you'll do is you start with the Scrap Recycler, you'll dump your Rosenicks, and do the same thing. So you'll get your token, you like your token away, you make Wyvern, you'll use Wyvern's effect, bring back Recycler, pop Recycler, bring out Golem, and then you'll just, instead of keeping the Wyvern, you pop the Wyvern in this situation. Now you use Golem, you bring back Recycler effect to dump. You're gonna dump your World Wand, because you have to, but you're able to change up your line of play here in a minute. So you World Wand, and then you'll make your Lib, then you use so you'll set Succession off of making Lib, you'll use World Legacy Succession, bring back Golem, bring back Recycler. Recycler effect here changes to dump Bombard. This is where the plays get a little different. What you're going to do here is you have to banish Bombard to summon Girsu, and Girsu's effect triggers here to dump Nightmare, but you don't get your token. The upside is that you don't have to use Nightmare right this second. You can link these 2 away to make Galatea, and now you'll use the Nightmare to dump your Symbol Skeleton. You use your World Wand effect that you dumped way earlier in your combo, summon your Nightmare back. You use your Galatea to set your Babel. You've got all this on field. The next thing you gotta do is you've gotta make Ding. And we're assuming you're going first, so we're gonna attach Bombard, and you're able to make IP Masquerena again. So the reason why this board is a little different and it's a little stronger is right now, you're not forced into anything. You still have your Symbol Skeleton effect, you have Babel on field, and you're able to go, okay, I want to keep the Lib on field to be able to take care of stuff during your turn as I'm playing a grindier deck. I can go with these 2, make Unicorn, still shuffle something, still pull back the Dingirsu. I have all the plays I want to have, but it's a more condensed board, can extend through a lot more. So, for example, if they Nibiru you on the Golem summon, and you have Bombard sent to graveyard, or when you bring back the Recycler, you're able to get your Girsu and go into your plays, which is why it's a stronger board. It's pretty crazy. I really enjoy this deck, if you couldn't tell. This has been a combo tutorial on how to pilot Scrap Orcust. There's so many different ways you can pilot the deck. The deck is absolutely insane and incredibly versatile. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And until next time, lads, good fun, have luck.
We vibing under the city lights, wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. And we vibing, laying on black sand beaches, thinking of what